Hello and welcome to week 2 of September 2024 Coffee and Card with Round We Go and Stamp Set and Dies. I'm Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk and we are going very pink this week. Apologies, unfortunately customers can't buy this paper. It's a pink version of the Blue Country paper. And we got it as a sales reward, and but I just thought I'd share it with you today, or share it with my customers today. So again, we're making a rosette, and this time we're using like a mini rosette as the detail. So I will go through how to make that for you. So in your pack you have a number of stuff. So I've already done my die cutting. So I've die cut the mini scalloped rosette. Now, tip with cutting this out of glimmer paper, you do need to put it through 3 or 4 times because the glimmer paper is a bit thicker, and also it's got a plastic layer, and you've got to cut through all that glitter as well. But I do love our glimmer paper because it doesn't shed, so you don't end up with glitter everywhere. Okay, so I've pre-cut that out, and then one, so that's in the Pretty in Pink glimmer paper, and that's in the Pretty in Pink card, and they're going to layer up. And somewhere I have cut out, there it is, a little dot that's going to go in the middle. Again, we've got 2 pieces to make our rosette, so foxes on the back. I've used this side this time. And then I've got a 13.5cm card blank. That's a 12.5cm square, and that's a 12cm square. It's one of my favourite layouts with square cards, because that's your background and you're done, and then you can embellish and add as you want. Now, I have given you a piece of basic white and a piece of Melon Mambo, bigger than these, for your sentiment. Now, you can either stamp your sentiment and then cut round it, and then measure that and make your mount 3mm bigger. Or you can do like I've done this time, and this is 7cm by 2cm, and this is 7.3 by 2.3 centimeters, and I'm just going to stamp straight onto it. Okay, fingers crossed. Right, so that's just the bit I had left over. And then you've got a Melon Mambo circle for the back of your rosette. As you know, we need 2 circles to make a rosette. So as I said, I've done all my die cutting. I've even die cut and folded my rosette. Now with this one, because there's no direction to the pattern, because I'm using this one, not the foxes, it doesn't matter which way around you cut them, although I have cut it so that if I did want foxes, they would follow round, but I'm not going to do that. So we are right way up, and you start the tab end with a valley fold, as we've said. Concertina, start the tab end with a valley fold, and then concertina the rest. And I'm just going to glue these together now. So, as I say, a little bit of glue on there. And there are loud family discussions going on outside, so I do hope you can't hear them. And to stick that together there, just press it together, and then I'm going to go round to the other side and glue that together as well to make my circle. So not quite glue flat, I'm just flattening that one there. So again, little dots of glue. And then I am going to glue those together like that. And okay, then I'm just going to scrunch that up. Make sure it's dry before you scrunch it up. And then just re-crease your folds so that they're as close as possible. And it also strengthens the folds where you've done your gluing as well. So I'm just going round, recreasing the folds so it's easier. And then you need to decide again if you want a zigzag outline or a scalloped. So because the inside is scalloped, I'm going to do this as scalloped as well. So I want the scalloped on the outside, the zigzags in the middle, and I want to see the flowery side. So we're just pressing it out, and we're going to be going that way. And again, I've done that and I haven't put glue on me. If I can get that to stay. There we go. Right, glue. So again, just a thin layer of glue all over. If you've got a glue spreader, it'd be a good idea to sort of use that. To be honest, there is a glue spreader on the other side of this. I always forget. Right, so slide this off, holding it down. There we go. Just get that with my tweezers. See, it picked up really easy last week. There we go. And ah! I thought I was doing really well then. Slot that in the middle and make sure that your rosette's fully pushed in. There we go. Hold that down. And then again, I'll just put that under my little jar to dry while I sort out my sentiments and my middle piece. So these two fit together. They're identical, so they fit together really well. And I am going to layer them with the cardstock on the bottom, because then I'll have more wriggle room because it's smoother. And what I do with this is I actually put it on top virtually exactly as, oh, it's gone into the, so I'm going to do that again. Basically, you put it on top, let's take it off. Come off. What I did was I put it on top in place. Okay, so it's on the bottom, so it's level, and then just turn them. There you go. And then they just interlock basically. So when it's all lined up, all the spokes just interlock with each other. So if you did it the other way up with the pink, the glimmer paper on the bottom, you don't have as much wobble. You can really see on that side how perfectly they all line up with each other. So, and then a little blob of glue on here, and then just add the centre circle on there, and that piece is done. So I'll just give that, the rosette, a few more seconds. I'm going to stamp my sentiment. Now, often, if you're going to do it this way, it's quite a good idea to put it, don't glue it yet, because you might have to stamp on the other side, but if you pop it on what you stamp on the mount, then you can see the edges better. So I am just going to glue, ink up. I'm using crumb cake, and I'm just going to ink up the happy birthday. And this is from the stamp set as well, and you're going to be able to get your head completely over it. I am just eyeballing it slightly off. There you go. I think that's all right. It is a bit uppy downy anyway, so I'm happy with that. And it now is literally just a case of gluing everything together. So we'll start here and glue this. There's all sorts of activity going on outside. I do hope the video's not picking it up. It is a Saturday, but people do seem to be busy building and cleaning carpets and all sorts around the close. We had some new neighbours yesterday, so I think they're having all the carpets cleaned before they properly move in. Right, so yeah, stuck. Okay, so again, we're going to put lots of glue on the back of here to stick it down to this. So, and I am just going a bit beyond the central circle, because some of that central circle isn't there. You see, because there's a dip where all the scallops are. And then we're just going to pop that in the middle, thinking that looks like the middle to me. Press that down so it gets a good adherence. How pretty does that look? Like a flower. It's beautiful. Right, and let's just put the rest of the card together. So I don't need that piece obviously because I've cut that out. As I say, it's up to you if you want to use stamp it then trim it, whatever you prefer. Okay. Oops. That's your first piece on. So 13.5 centimetre stamp, card blank. I cut this because I can get envelopes for it. And basically it is 27 centimetres by 13.5 centimetres, and then scored from the longest side at 13.5 centimetres. And then the envelopes I get are 14 centimetre square envelopes. And they fit in perfectly. If you're having your rabbits, make sure it's the right way up. There we go. And then I just need to grab some dimensionals to finish the card. So put a couple on the back of my rosette. So it's just set up even more from the paper. Again, large letter. I know, I'm like a broken record on this, but you do have to be careful with handmade cards in the UK because quite often you do have to post them large letter because they are more than 5mm thick. And then this, I am just going to snip the edges. So there, two about there. The middle there, and then add that to the front of the card and we're done. Just looking to but that seems higher. Yeah, I actually stuck that one. That one is stuck flat. This one is stuck on dimensional, so it is further off the card, so it's even thicker. If you see, that's that one and that's that one. Both need large letter. And that one doesn't come to small parcels, so you're fine. So, and then I'm just going to add that here. There you are. So that's with the extra dimension and that's without. Up to you how you do it. So and that's it for this week. So look forward to seeing you next week. Even. Take care. Bye.